down and then up and then hang on the... Yeah, something like that.
Doesn't want us to exist, and they don't want our people to happily live. Want us to buy all the fine things in life because the bottom line is the dollar sign. Want us to work in our jobs all day, but they can barely pay the minimum wage. And diseases are plaguing all our bodies. Now we have too many bills to pay. Help me, somebody help. Won't you help me? 'Cause I've been feeling low. I've been feeling so low. I've been feeling so low. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, are we doing sister right now?
What are we doing?
No,
Drifter
we're just...
Twister.
We're gonna go
Oh,
through
it's another whole run.
Yeah, we're going to go through the whole
sorry.
chorus,
Okay.
but you're really only focusing on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it first, what it does?
Yeah.
That's what the psych ward sounds like. Wow!
That was teamwork, man.
You guys, when I first looked over the thing and looked at you guys, you were both concentrating so hard. That was pretty psychotic.
I was concentrating way hard.
That was cool.
Look too deep into your words. Try to find why you're acting so disturbed. You are so disturbed.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
How did you know?
How did you know? How did you know that?
Will you turn that snare off for me, Milo? I think in the beginning when it's like softer, maybe do the hold the note and then have the vibrato at the end. But maybe once it starts
And then
to
just kind of
build
power
more,
it out.
Power it out.
And when you do the
And the acapella too.
part.
Yeah, and I think that should be
Stand
tight.
up.
Yeah.
Fight
With love.
Stand up. Fight with love.
I'm gonna stand up, fight with love. I'm gonna stand up, fight with love. I'm gonna stand up and fight with love.
That's good.
Yeah. Doesn't want us to exist, and they don't want our people to happily live. Want us to buy all the fine things in life because the bottom line is the dollar sign. Want us to work in our jobs all day, but they can't barely pay the minimum wage. And diseases are plaguing all our bodies. Now we have too many bills to pay. Help me, somebody help. Won't you help me? 'Cause I've been feeling low. I've been feeling so low. I've been feeling so low. Yeah. The American dream, it was a simple thing, and that I would change when a dream turned green. He ain't about the people, ain't about the pride. About shutting your mouth, you know while they hide all the sex, drugs, and money, girls, guns, and glory under that table. Tell me what is the story? And bombs and soldiers no longer are babies. It's billions of dollars not spent in this country. Will you help me? Please, somebody help me. I do not want you help, 'cause I've been feeling low. Feeling low, oh yeah. Feeling Won't you help? Somebody help me. Won't you help me? 'Cause I've been feeling low. Feeling low, oh yeah. Just because of my sex, I lose respect. Because of my skin, I get paid less. Because of my love, I give them a threat. Because of their hate, they will have nothing left. Because of her sex, she'll lose respect. Because of his skin, he gets paid less. Because of their love, they are regret. Because of their hate, they will have nothing left. Because of your sex, you lose respect. Because of your skin, you get paid less. Because of your love, you are regret. But love is the biggest regret. You know that 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 love. Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Friday night. Tally Keys, if you don't know me, now you know. A shout out to Milan Atkinson, who made both of those videos. The first video that we started with behind the scenes footage from making of the album. That was probably 6 years to 6.5 years ago. And I'll talk more about this whole record. And then the last thing you just watched, our music video for Help Me. And right after we released this record, 5 years ago, this day, y'all, this exact day, 5 years ago, this album was released at the State Room, of course, my beloved local venue, one of my favorite places to play. And we went and hit the road. We played north, south, east, and west of the United States. We did about a 30-day tour to the southern United States, We did a 30-day tour up to the Northeast, all the way up to New York City and back. We did a 30-day tour to the West Coast, and we did a couple other tours down to southern Utah, and we were just on the road. I want to say it was 120 days of that year. And so that was footage from all over America the Beautiful, the country that I believe in, the country that I love, the country that's full of diverse, beautiful people. It's a melting pot of cultures, people from all over the world, and that's really what we wanted to show. And we just happened to be lucky that, you know, everywhere we went to tour, we had a day that we could go and film and be in the city. And in some places, you know, we'll tour, and I make sure we have 5 days in New Orleans. That's just me. We like to do tourcations, you know, where you work, but then you also get a couple of days to really immerse yourself in the food, the culture, the music. And so that was shot all over this beautiful country. And then a lot of the protest footage was shot here, right here in Salt Lake City. The Women's March, a bunch of different marches that were happening because Trump had just become president. And of course, all of us were a little bit, you know, worried about what's going to happen to this country. And look where we are now. And so that's the thing, that's the beauty and tragedy of music for me, is when you'll write something and it's still relevant, or even worse, it's even more relevant than it was when you wrote it. And a lot of these songs, I kind of feel are like that. But this was my first record coming out as Talia Keys. My name, just me. I played in a band called Marinade. I played on the drums, mostly in that band. I did some guitar too. But I played with those fellas for 7 years, touring, playing 4 gigs a week, playing all over Utah, all over Salt Lake, all the bars we could possibly play, all the stuff, you know, until I got kicked out. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But it kind of is, it just became my transition of becoming my own artist and stepping out from the drum set onto the front part of the band, the lead singer, sometimes not even playing guitar, and just doing that. And so for that album, I wanted to prove to myself and the world that I could make it by myself. Like I didn't need other musicians, which in the end, I did need other musicians because that's the beauty of it. But I did play all the drum parts, all the bass, besides 2 of the songs, a lot of the piano parts, a lot of the synthesizer parts, guitar, vocals, and then I got to this end point where I was like, okay, now let's add the extra flavors from Salt Lake City. And so Mike Sassich, who I recorded with, was on the album a bunch. He was basically he and I were the producers, and Greg Shaw had a heavy hand at this album as well, and he played bass on a couple tracks. And then I reached out and 3 strangers to have backup vocals on that last song, Fight With Love. And 3 amazing women showed up, and each of them bringing their own style and just totally, I don't even know, I want to say wholesome, but it was kind of like this wholesomeness to singing, and it was really cool. And then we hired a piano player to do some songs. We hired a horn section, and it's just a bunch of songs that I'd written over a decade and finally put into one place. I would love for you to listen to that record. You can hear it anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. It's free. Go out and get it. Go listen to it because it's pretty badass, if I say so myself. I re-listened to it today to get ready for this show, and so many memories came back of all the awesome musicians that I got to work with. So shout out to everyone. Man vs. Music. It's a local studio. Mike Sassich. I've made 4. This will be my 5th record that I'm working on right now with him. And just it's incredible to work with someone that believes in you, pushes you, and inspires you. So Mike, much love. Greg Shaw, much love. This song is called Drifter, and it was written about basically about being gay, but without admitting that, but just kind of the dealing with the things of feeling alone, not feeling like you can exist as is. So I think even if you are who you are, everybody feels this way. So here we go. It's a long way when it's been stopping, when the the fire brings to your bones. Another great day. I need a great escape to a place that is far from home. With an inhale, then maybe love cannot tell as well. All the feeling when you are alone. I'm in a headspace. It's such a precious space to waste. When you're feeling all alone, I said I'm a drifter, space twister. Ooh, you know I'm gonna change perception of reality. I'm a drifter and a twister. You know I can see you. Can you see me? I'm a drifter. You know a twister. I'm good and bad and everything in between. And I'm your sister. Sweet and sinister. You know that I wear my heart right on my sleeve. Oh, man, you can tell. Oh, I never done as well. You know, we just want the freedom to be. So I say, what the hell? Oh, you never can tell. But you know it. It's a long burn when the sun likes to take its turn, and it brings that fire to your soul. Another blue day. Oh, you need that great escape to a place that is far from your home. With an inhale, you know maybe love cannot tell as well. Or the feeling you know when you've been gone. I'm in a headspace. It's such a precious space to waste. All the feeling when you are gone. Said I'm a drifter and a twister. I'm a drifter, sweet and sinister. You know I wear my heart right here by my sleeve. It's a long burn. You know when the sun takes its turn and brings that fire to your soul. I'm in a headspace and it's such such a precious space to waste. Of the feeling when you are alone. Drifter. So that one had Mary Tebbs, a local amazing singer, songwriter, guitar player, general badass. Definitely a woman and a queer woman in the scene here that paved the way for people like me to exist. And I've been lucky to play in a couple of projects, like just side projects here and there with Mary Tebbs, and really enjoyed the fact that we can make each other laugh no matter what. And we have such a good time hanging out. And then the other vocalist on the backups on this song is Megan Joy, a dear friend that I met from the Marinade days, who's an incredible singer, songwriter, and artist herself. She plays in a band called Veda Wave, and you should check that out. Veda Wave, check out Mary Tebbs, incredible humans. They sang backups on a couple of these tunes, too. Now, this next tune is No Justice, No Peace. And I don't want to go too deep. I'm going to let the song speak for it. But Black Lives Matter, period. And police brutality needs to end, period. I had a friend, James Barker, an acquaintance from, the Utah, I don't want to say the burner community, but it is the burner community. But the Jank Stars, the creators, the artists of the dust. And I'd met him and been to his house and played some music. And he had been shot by a police officer in Salt Lake City, and he was shoveling sidewalks. And so, you can look up the story. It still hasn't been, nothing's been done. They deemed the case whatever, and the cop is still employed by the police department. And this was, 6-7 years ago. And so, since then, we've had tons of senseless killings that don't need to happen, and we don't need to be doing what we're doing right now and having having people police each other the way that they do. So I really do think defund the police. Please look that up. Don't be scared. Do not be scared by it. Look it up. Look up abolish the police and see what it really is about before you make a judgment. A lot of people are making judgments before they really know what's going on out there. And I just urge you, please read. Read, read, read. It's important. And read from multiple sources. Don't read just your white, right wing. I said white wing, and yes, I meant it, news. Read multiple sources. Please expand our minds together, right? So this song is called No Justice, No Peace. And a dear friend, Rod Genetics, he's an incredible MC and artist out of Ogden, Utah. He's doing some big things now, doing some solo stuff, but he's always collaborating people and played in a band, rapped in a band called Grit Screen for a long time, and we always collaborated with Grit Screen. In fact, they opened this show 5 years ago. So much love to Ra. Please check out this track. On Spotify, because his verse is just out of control and so cool. All right, no justice, no peace. It's more than you would think, and it's such a pity militarized police. No justice, no peace. Put your hands where I can see. No justice, no bubble peace. Oh, no justice, no peace. Bang, bang to a your knees. Bang, bang. It's most certainly black and white. No race divide even in these times. Because divided we can't fight. United together for equal rights. And scare tactics and smoking mirrors, the greatest solution of them all. And let me ask you, is what they're fighting for worth killing at all? No justice and no peace with militarized police. No justice, no peace. Put your hands where I can see. No justice, no peace. Oh, no justice. Oh, no peace. Bang, bang to your knee. Bang, bang. You say it's because of the way he dressed. The man has strength in his stride, a possible weapon in his vest. Oh, and what does he trying to hide? Let this song pretend you know it wasn't because of the color of his skin. Cause you made your choice, now somebody's baby is dead. No justice, no peace. Militarized police, no justice, no peace. Put your hands where I can see. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Yeah. Song always gets me emotional. But especially right now, we are in this incredible, awful, horrible time. I like to say incredible first. And actually, incredible, amazing, awful, horrible time. Because people are finally, not everybody, but more people are finally paying attention. More people are on the streets, more people are protesting, more people are voting, more people care than ever did before. And it's important. It's important for us to do these things and stand up for human rights. And it's important for us to stand up for America and the beautiful country that she is, the beautiful country that most people who live here, their families were immigrants to this country, right? You know? And I think a lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget that this land is built by immigrants and it was built by slaves. There's a lot of things that need to be changed and made better. And we stole this land from native people, and now, you know, they still don't have water down at the Navajo Nation. It was like 30% or 40% of homes don't have water. Like, that's a basic human necessity that every single human being should have, period. Our government should have been down there building water, doing wells, and doing everything that they needed to, but they haven't. So the people have to stand up. The people have to fight. And that's what it's about. This next song is called Intergalactic Crime Scene. And it's basically it's my post-apocalyptic song, and also my nod to David Bowie, a queero of mine, even though he's not perfect. But this song was just really born out of Space Oddity. I was like, I absolutely love Space Oddity. I love these space songs that people have made because of Space Oddity, and ones that they've made just because they love the outer space. But it really still comes from a political place, because this is about what it would be like when we have blown up everything and we're the only ones left floating in the universe to fend for ourselves. And so this is Intergalactic Crime Scene. This was a really fun song to do on the album. I enjoyed it. We did some weird shit, some cool delay, a lot of really neat things. So once again, get that record if you don't have it. Fool's Gold, Talia Keys, Spotify, iTunes, boom, boom, YouTube. What's up, Twitch and YouTube? Sending love out to you all as well. Facebook, much love to you. My new friends from Jamaica, watching, shout out to you all. My old friends that I've known for a long time, watching, shout out to you all. I've been able to play music for over a decade in this city and all across the United States for 6 years because of people like you. So thank you so much. And again, tonight, there's a 3-human team. Myself, Talia Keys, Milan Atkinson on sound, light show, and cameras, and Ismini Vetas on social distance editing. When you support me, you support all 3 of us. And we have new merch. Go check out our merch, y'all. We'd love to send you some merch to say thank you for supporting us tonight. So go to that website, check out what we have. We got hoodies, we got tank tops, T-shirts, all sorts of good stuff. So thank you. for a long time. So I eat my humble pie and drink my wine. Supplies are running low. I lost my appetite, I don't care anyway. My body will disintegrate and turn to dust. For millennia, it's here, I'll say. My family's gone, and there's no more home. I don't believe that Jesus saves. You came here to fight this war. You know it's over now, and nobody ever wins. You know, I'm here to survive in my spaceship, 'cause what's done is done, yeah. The powers that be, they chose my destiny. I wouldn't be here under the sun if we had chose to love and turn the other cheek. We wouldn't be here under the sun. Intergalactic Crime Scene. One of my favorites for the record. Tonight we're going to donate part of the proceeds to, I found a special donation to Act Blue that will split up money between, I need to look it up if it's 14 or 16, but agencies down at the border that help families, that help children, that help with legal help, legal work to help people get out of ICE concentration camps, and help with citizenship and food and diapers and everything. So if you want to support the three of us putting on the show, we also support that organization, those organizations right now. And because of you all, you know, we've been able to stay afloat. We haven't gotten any grants or unemployment or anything. It'd be nice because we have taken a huge hit with our business, but it's also been okay to be at home and to be chill and to just be focusing our energy towards other things instead of just running all the time. This next song, it's called Politics. And if you don't know, duh, I'm very political. Like, Bob Marley was a hero of mine when I was younger. And if you listen to Bob Marley, you listen to his lyrics, it's very political. Pink Floyd, a hero, very political. Aretha Franklin, political. You know, you look at these different artists. And then I went to my very first music festival up in Northern California, Reggae on the River, this beautiful spot far north, and some of the best music. And I saw the Marley Brothers, I saw Damien, Ziggy, and Stephen play that weekend. Life-changing, of course. And I also saw Michael Franti. And before that, I didn't really write political songs. I wrote love songs because I thought that's what you were supposed to write. I kind of, you know, started playing blues out and started doing stuff like that, and a lot of that material is love. But I'd always liked political music, so I always played Bob and whatnot. But seeing Michael Franti is actually what caused me to change my course and really put more consciousness into what I sing about, what I do with my music, and what I want to do in the future. And so this song is called Politics. And a band member that I used to be in a band with, I love him, you know. We see differences, but one night I was gone, and this was a short-lived band, so it's not married. I'm just going to say that, and it wasn't the love. And this band member was making fun of me on stage while I was gone, thinking that it wouldn't come back to me. And in between songs, he would be like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to talk about politics right now. Politics, politics, politics. And then they went to the thing. And so, you know, word got back to me, and I was like, well, shit, that's a catchy fucking tune right there. Why you gotta talk about politics, politics, politics? Because the shit makes me sick. And so I sat down and wrote that song. So thank you to that band member for giving me this song. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. Thank you. To the Ogden crew. Greg, I see you on there. Thanks for watching. Joshy, thank you so much. My bass player, I miss you so much. I miss playing music with my band. Hopefully we can do this shit sooner than later. What you gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. What you gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. What you gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. What you gotta talk about politics? Little boy, judge is standing there holding crucifix with his crucifix. While his fellow man, it makes him throw the road and makes him sick. You know, he makes him sick. We're born to hate in a race of breed. While we get our kicks, and to get our kicks in the name of the Lord and full of greed. Let's save our kids, save our kids. Can't you hear them crying? Drowning in them lies. Our children, they are dying and giving up their rights. Can't you hear them screaming and putting up a fight. Our children not believing. They must give up their right. Fuck that. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Politics. Oh, what she gotta talk about politics? You know, cause fuck Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell and a whole lot of those motherfuckers. Fuck them. What she gotta talk about politics? Yeah, fuck them. Little girls start to look at ourselves and hate what we see, hate what we see. Little boys are told they can't wear pink. What would they think? What would they think when a young girl is forced to have sex? Cause she's a pretty girl, a pretty girl. They tell the young man he should do it for respect. But come correct, you better come correct. Can't you hear them screaming? I won't drown in the night. Our children not believing. They must give up their rights. Can't you hear them crying and putting up a fire? Our children not believing. They must give up their rights. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Politics. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Politics. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Rich man who lived with dirty hands, dirty plans, selling our land to be destroyed. Keep digging, man, keep digging, man. Extorting our future and raping the earth. Why don't we see how much it is worth? Killing our food and controlling our minds while we stand them and get in line. Can't you hear her crying? The river's running red. Can't you see her dying? She's paying our debt. Can't you hear her screaming? And they're not done yet. Cause they'll keep on digging till there's nothing left. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Oh, what she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Politics. And what she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Politics. Oh, what she gotta talk about politics? Politics. Yeah. What she gotta talk about politics? Cause I care about you, yes I do. What she gotta talk about? Hey, I care about this earth, it is true. What she gotta talk about politics? And I care about them. Cause there really isn't an us and them, it's just a we, y'all. Come on. What she gotta talk about politics? Oh, yeah. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. What she gotta talk about politics? Politics, politics. That's why. So recently, I just was able to trace back my family line 13 generations back to Ireland and Scotland. 13 generations on my mom's side, her father. So my last name is Keys. I do have my mom's family's last name. We don't have time for that story right now. But so we traced my grandpa, Lyle Keys. We traced his line back, and 13 generations. And I realized that that's really privileged. Really, really privileged to be able to do that and have family records and history and the fact that they owned land and the fact that they were some of the early settlers of America in Virginia. So they likely stole land. Well, they did steal land from Native people, and they likely had slaves. And it was pretty interesting to go down this because I'd only heard really about my great-grandfather, Pappy. And that was like where the family stories kind of ended for me. And thanks to whoever did that in our family, you know, 13th cousin twice removed, who did all that work to be able to trace that back. And they had land in Rockbridge, Virginia County in Virginia. And one of my ancestors came over from Ireland in 1745. And they were the Lyle family, and then the Keys family too. So just pretty interesting, pretty crazy. I had no idea any of this, and so I went down this rabbit hole. But this next song is called Dirt Farmer, and it's where I had thought my family history. So I might have to write a sequel to this that goes even further back. But this was about my grandpa, my grandmother, my mom, and then my great-grandparents. Immigrants, you know? My family were immigrants, so unless you're Native American or your family were brought here because of slavery, your family were immigrants to this country. So this division, this whole thing of, you know, we close the borders and we want to lock people up in concentration camps, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. And none of us would exist if it wasn't for the American dream that is the melting pot, if it wasn't for people being able to come over here to seek a better life. And so I challenge everyone. Me and fucking Donald Trump's parents were immigrants to this country. So, like, for real, y'all, for real. It's just, take a breath. Dirt Farmer. I hope you like it. Grandpappy was a fiddle man, made backed up booze, tried as hard as he can. Salt to the earth and a straight shooting man. You're farming dead, you do the best that you can. My great-grandmammy raised more than her kids, taught young minds and she did what she did. In a small town boy with the mind of the world, and with half of a living on the street shooting up who were hard for their life, were hard is taking night, were hard to get by. They were hard to find for my lifetime. My granddaddy is a brilliant man. He's a 90+ years old and he does what he can. He's self-made and a businessman, you know. Let me tell you how grateful I am. And my grandma left the world too soon. Her big warm smile could light up the room. Small town mom traveling the world, a mother of four, another hard-working girl. She worked hard, just mama, she plays the keys in spite of my life and supported my dreams. To grow up fast and work all day to raise 2 kids and ain't time to play. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, you know what they were they worked hard for my life. They were for my life, 'cause they were hard. Oh, you know we just deny they were hard just to get by, 'cause they were hard for my life. Cause they were hard. So my pappy was a leader of a band. He played in a barn band in Webo, Montana. And they would play bars, they would play house parties, which, you know, like were farm parties, really. And his dad played music, which I did not know. They both sang tenor. And my pappy played guitar and fiddle and harmonica. And I found these old tapes thanks to my cousin Skip. Took these old reel-to-reels that they had, and I have sound clips of my pappy playing music, and this really amazing one of him beatboxing with his harmonica to make a train sound. And I'm gonna put that on a record at some point. Pappy needs to be heard by all of y'all. And then, you know, my great aunt Florence played music. She played, I want to say the saxophone. She played a bunch of different things and was a brilliant musician. And so that's where it comes from. It's in our blood. And I wouldn't be who I am, the musician that I am, the human that I am, if it wasn't for the people before me. And my mom is a piano player too, and she's incredible at it. And so my little niece, the next generation, my niece Juniper, she's 4. She plays the drums. She has a little guitar that she plays. She has a piano. She writes her own songs. And she's going to take my job one day. Just watch. She's going to start her own band, actually. She's not taking my job. She's going to do her own thing. Probably cover Frozen songs or some shit. And so this song, Never Know, this was written after I had lost some friends, you know, to death, to different causes. Suicide, diabetes, a couple other things, and a friend, Megan. And so anyways, this song is called Never Know, and I wrote it because you don't ever know what's going to happen. And I read Deepak Chopra's book, Be Here Now. It's, you know, you read it, but you also look at it, really. You just take it in visually. And really, why are we so fussed about tomorrow and so stressed about yesterday when really the only moment, the only thing that matters is this very moment, this exact moment. And so, you know, in the scheme of things, we are so small. And that's what this song is about. Never know. Shout out to KRCL. They put this song on heavy rotation. They really, you know, eBay and Ushini really were the first people at the station to actually play my music. You know, I was on the station a lot before that doing some fundraising and doing some other things. And when they stepped up and started to play this album, and they played some of Gemini. I don't think I showed the album before. This was the album they started to play me on KRCO. And they played it heavily. It was so amazing. So thank you so much to their continued incredible support of local music, of diverse music, of queer music. Thanks, KRCO. The last day of July, with each other, you know, on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. You got to be here now. 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 Cause you never taking over. Thanks for being here now. We're going to play a music video for you now. We only did 2 music videos for this album. The first one that we played at the beginning of this program for Help Me, and then this one was Lipstick. And this really just came out of boredom in this room. Before this room looked like this. I mean, it still looked pretty interesting. I had a bunch of mementos, but you know, it was made 5 years ago. So now I have gathered 5 years of show posters, of things from antique shops. We like to go antique shopping and get little trinkets, or things from artists and farmers markets from all over the US. And so this usually used to be my private space. I didn't like to share this room too often. And because, you know, for many reasons, this is where I write my music. This is my vulnerable spot. But then COVID changed that, and y'all are in here like once a week with me. And it's been really cool to share, actually. It's been really cool to be able to be in this space and create just for you in these fucked up times. But this song is for Lipstick, my proudest moment. This really is my proudest moment, that a kid band from the Music Garage, but we also know them through Rock Camp SLC. They were called Inside Job, and they were kids like 9 to 16 maybe, or 9 to 15. Lindy and Franny and I'm trying to remember who else, Becky. And then they had a bass change-up, and Mads was their bass player. But they would cover my song. They would cover this song, and it meant the world to me. It was like the coolest thing ever is to have another band cover your tune, but even cooler when they're young and they play it better than you do. And so this was just a cool moment for me. But this song is called Lipstick. I don't wear lipstick a whole lot, y'all. I think I've maybe worn it like 10 times in my life, Halloween and when I was trying to be straight and stuff like that. But it never resonated with me, and this resonates with me, how I dress now, who I am. And if you go back to when I was 9, I looked like this. I liked basketball and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and shit like that, and Air Jordans, you know, so I haven't changed much. But I did change in those years of growing up and going through puberty and being told, you know, you need to be more feminine, you need to be more this, you need to have boys like you, and all this bullshit that's shoved down your throat. And I used to host a blues jam. I was the drum host at Bert's Tiki Lounge. Rest in peace, Bert's. One of the best shitty dive bars out there. You could smell Bert's from 2 blocks away. But this guy came up and he's like, you know, I used to play drums with Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I'm pretty sure he was Stevie Ray Vaughan's old drummer, but who the fuck knows, right? It's Bert's Tiki Lounge. And he's like, you know, you're an incredible drummer, all this stuff. And then he's like, but what would make you better? You should put on a mini skirt. And I was just like, what the fuck did you just say to me, old man? Fuck you. And I really did. I like gave him this like, fuck off, get the fuck out of my face. This is my stage, those are my drums, get the hell out of here. And I wrote this song because I can be whoever I want to be. I can be femme, I can be masculine, I can be in between, I can be they, them, I can be she, her, I can be whatever I want, and so can you. And that was a thing that was just like, really kick-started this like attitude of like, fuck you. And that's what this song is, Lipstick. Milan made this. Shout out to her again. She's incredible. She has taught herself all this stuff, y'all. If you want to get into filming, you want to get into filmmaking or streaming or any of it, sound, Milan's been able to teach herself through YouTube. And it's incredible to see her adapt and step up to the plate anytime we need to step up our game. And so, you know, much love, Milan. I love you. Thanks for all the work you do. And this is Lipstick. Take it away. I don't need your face paint or your short miniskirt, and I don't need them high heels or that low-cut shirt. You telling me you're who is who? Try to tell me who I should be. Try to give me that new do, but that don't work right with me, 'cause they told me if I changed I could make a lot of money. And that money, it don't mean a thing if I can't have my honey. If I'm not doing my best, who am I to be? If I don't love myself, how could you love me? Yeah. I don't need that lipstick song, sing high and pretty. Oh, write yourself hip-hop songs. I'll give you nitty-gritty. Oh, you will see the truth before too long. Hey, you can keep that lipstick and keep your plastic attitude. No matter what, I'm a human, and I live my life for me and not you. They told me if I changed, I could make a lot of money. And that money, it don't mean a thing if I can't have my honey. If I'm not doing my best, who am I to be? If I don't love myself, how could you love me? Yeah. But if you could keep that lipstick. Yeah. I don't need that shit unless I want it. This next song is called THB, and this is written about local music festivals, Desert Rocks and Uncle Uncanny's, and just crazy shit that happens at music festivals. And also, you know, life-changing shit that happens at music festivals. But if you take drugs, just remember, you can come out. Just don't take too much. That's what it is. It's all about balance. And if you're a kid, don't take drugs.
Because the boys are on the loose. Oh, got the trippin' hippie blues. Oh, let it grab a hold of you. Take another hit or two, 'cause it is too late. You've had your fate. There is nothing. Oh, there's nothing that you can comes the rain. The party's still going and the song remains the same. The winds bend up blowing all that dirt in your brain. Wade in the water to wash it all away. The hippies are raging and zombies on the loose. Sleep with one eye open cause the feds are watching you. I'm psychedelic swirling and I'm eating mushrooms. I gotta steal your face, I got the trippin' hippie blues. Oh, yeah, I got the trippin' hippie blues. Oh, let it grab a hold of you. Oh, take another hit or two, cause it is too late. You've had your way. There's nothing. There's nothing that you can do. Look in the light, look in the light. Danny isn't here anymore. Mrs. Torrance. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Still in fucking quarantine. I miss my friends. Where are we? The motherfucking Twilight Zone? And I think it might be time for me to go back to my tent. I'm staring at the ceiling even though my body's spent. And dubstep is taking over, you know, and it's from dispense. And I need more live music to save the human race. And I think it might be time for me to go back to my tent. I'm staring at the ceiling even though my body's spent. Sun is blaring down, it's getting really hot. God damn, I need to sleep, but here's a pill to pop. Oh, I got the trippin' hippie blues. Oh yeah, let it grab a hold of you. Oh, take another hit or two, cause it is too late. You've had your fate. There's nothing. Once it goes up, it can't come back down. Or can it? Yes, it can. You believe it can. But sometimes it's best just hold on for the ride. I've got the trippin' hippie blues. Yeah, it happens. That song is really cool on the album as well. I'm super proud of it. It has Josh Francis, who plays with Joshy Soul. He plays with Big Blue Ox. He plays in a bunch of different projects, a lot of amazing jazz projects in town. And he did this, Josh Francis, right? I didn't say Joshy Soul. He plays in Joshy Soul. Josh Francis does this incredible trumpet line on that. And then we have Mike Sassage playing this incredible Spanish guitar, flamenco guitar, and Mike also doing some cool baritone guitar. So check that out. I also did a little bit of talk box on it. And so, yeah, this song's called Too Deep. And this was actually a spoken word poem that I had written after a breakup. And it just became this thing because that was like the first breakup, the first real, relationship that I had had. And it just like blew up in my face. And I didn't know how to handle it. And working with a therapist after that got me to open up about a lot of the trauma that I had experienced growing up in just, life, right? Being diabetic and not having my dad around because he was addicted to drugs and just a lot of other things that happened. And so this was a song about don't let these other outside forces hold you down. Don't look too deep. Don't let it turn you dark. And sometimes you just got to say fuck it to those toxic situations. And so that's what this song is. And again, I would love for you to go check out this record. We spent 30 days in the studio. And this is probably my favorite song that I played the drum set on. So, Too Deep. Oh, Dad, everybody, Dad says to please stay in school. Thanks, Dad. I wish you had. James Trevino, bass player of Marinade. Dad, we worked together at REI way back in the day, and then we played in a band for a really long time and had some of the most incredible experiences. Dad knows about THB. He knows way too much about THB, and so much love, Dad. So here's Too Deep. My brain digging out too much emotion. My emotion is alive, and it's different as an ocean. Your emotion is like the locomotion, not the shame, but the songs we use for the motion, the movement. Like us on a promotion, you're drifting apart. You're the antelope potion number 9. What's on my mind? Your future, my future, I wasted time. The time it takes to unwind, so I sip it with wine. It might be the red or white of the vocal kind. Let's open our minds and see just what we find. Expressions from you and me, and a daily grind. Cause I look too deep into your words, and I'm trying to find where you're acting so disturbed. You are acting so up, and I look too deep into your words, and I'm trying to find where you're acting so disturbed. All the times we fight, and me again. Is this right? Right or wrong, I'll write this song and then I'll sing it at my favorite time. You know it's late at night, cause I've been holding on very strong. Hope you don't take flight. Just stick around, let's work things out. I think I just might burst from the inside out. Splattered everywhere, so makings of my life is too short, no need to waste it. Spending your time trying to get wasted and overanalyzing is a space trip. And I've been tripping on your words and I can taste it. And it leaves a sour taste, so no thanks, kid. You know I'm moving on from now on, no more above this bullshit. Oh yeah, cause I look too deep into your words and try to find why you're acting so distant. Ooh, oh yeah, when I look into deep into your words, and I'm trying to find out why you are acting so distant. An addiction, it causes mind friction, and the friction, it causes human friction, and the friction causes split decision. Decide not to hide my pride for a better life. I'm sober living, no more giving. My blood and heart I'm living to you, cause you are my addiction. I'm sober living, no more giving. My blood and my heart I'm living to you, cause you are my addiction. I look too deep into your words, try to find where you're acting so, cause I look too deep into your words, and I try to find why you're acting so, cause I look too deep into your words, and I try to find why you're acting so, cause I look too deep into your words, and I try to find why you're acting so, cause I look too deep into your words, and I try to find why you're acting so, cause I look too deep into your words, and I try to find where you're acting so, I look too deep into your words, and I try to find where you're acting so, and I look too deep into your words, and I try to find where you're acting so disturbed. Why are you acting so disturbed? You've been acting so disturbed. We have come to our final tune of the night. Thanks to those of you who've hung out, even if just for a song. I really do appreciate you coming to hear song and story, watch some music videos. We're going to be doing some different type of shows here and there, doing some different things. We want to make it different, you know. We want to switch it up. So I've been really enjoying doing like Blues Mondays and things like that. So stay tuned. We're going to take, I think, a week or maybe 2 weeks off from doing shows for ourselves. We are doing a show on Instagram for JRC Events, a queer event promoter. They put on a bunch of amazing stuff at Metro and whatnot, and they were hit really hard. A lot of drag performers. Every night in August, y'all, on their Instagram, they're doing a bunch of shows, and it's all queer artists, local artists. So support that. It's really cool. And I'm playing one of those, but I'm going to take some time off to just chill, to get my vocals ready for the next round of recording. We have 7 songs that we are doing right now. We're going to do some vocals. We're going to add some horns, add some more butter to it. And, of course, the members of The Love that played on it and that I've been playing with for 5 years. You know, this show, 5 years ago, I is the first time playing as Talia Keys. And so I still occasionally play with Dave Brogan. I still play with Ryan Conger. And that was the first time, like, I had worked with both of them was that show, the very first time. And so it was really cool, you know. And for the last 5 years, we've played in The Love together. And who knows with COVID what's happening, what's going to happen, what's the future. But I do know we've had a great time playing together. And but they've played on this new album that's going to be coming out. Josh Olson on the bass. Boom, boom, I love you, Joshy. Holding it down, writing some incredible bass lines. And then we have Lisa Giacoletto, my homegirl. She's going to be singing backups. And I already said Ryan's going to be on there. And then we've got an amazing horn section I'm really excited to work with. So stay tuned for all that new music. But until then, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for going down memory lane. Like I said, some of these songs are 10, 15, well, not 15 years old, but 10, no, actually probably close to 15 years old. Too Deep is a really old song. And so just, it's been cool to share it with you and go back and revisit these because I am a Gemini. Once something comes out, I move on. I'm already playing my new songs, you know. So this song is called Fight With Love. I'm going to end with this. It was incredible to work with these 3 singers, Jeanette, and I don't want to draw a blank on anyone, and I'm drawing a blank. Dang it. Jennifer, thank you so much. And I can't remember the other girl's name. See, that's what happens when you play with 50 musicians for your whole career. Milan's looking it up for me. And then, you know, working with Mike on this. Mike played a guitar solo. Lauren, that's right. Jeanette, Jennifer, and Laura were the backup singers on this song. And they took this song to a whole nother level. And it was my dream to kind of have a choir, you know, listening to songs like Michael Jackson and songs that had these big, beautiful choirs. And so it was my first time working out of that and having backup vocals. You know, this album was the first one where we had lots of them. So pretty stoked. Fight With Love. Equal rights needs no labels, it's just what we should do. I can't look human, I'm just like my fellow man. We are born on the same ground, and yet you try to pretend that somehow I feel not good enough for this place. Oh, born and raised since 84, you know I am a U.S. man. Hey, I've been working for the man, I've been paying dues and playing blues because of the one I love. They wanna refuse my right to choose. There's a man over there who's trying to buy himself a gun. No I'm on drugs and your pharmaceuticals too. Synthetic bullshit, you know it will only pollute. Lock me up in a cell for a little bit of green. While all them corporations, they get away scot-free. Well, somehow I figure not good enough for this place. Oh, you know, born and raised since 1984, I'm US made. I've been working for the man. I've been playing blues and paying my dues. All because of the one I love, they wanna refuse my right to choose. Yeah, yeah. All because of the one I love, they want to refuse my right to choose. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know I'm gonna fight with that love, oh, stand up. Oh, fight with that. I'm gonna fight with that love, oh, I'm gonna stand up and fight with love. Stand up, fight with love. I'm gonna fight with that love, oh, stand up. You know it's cliche to say, but you know we're gonna lose the human race. They condition us from a very young age. Yeah, yeah. That our self-worth, you know it begins with hate. I'm gonna stand up, fight with love. You know about that I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna fight with that love. stand up. Fight with love. Stand up. I'm gonna fight with love. Stand up. Stand up. I'm gonna stand up. Thanks again for hanging out tonight with us, y'all. So much love. Y'all have helped keep the darkness away. Because without a career, without knowing what's gonna happen, it's been, hard. And without knowing, being diabetic, if I could even fight COVID and exist afterwards, it's a toll. And I know we're all feeling that toll. And so many people have lost their jobs. So many people have lost, what we were told is purpose. And it's hard. So much love to you all out there. Please hold on, and keep fighting. Keep fighting, please. Fight for equal rights. Fight to free immigrants from cages. Fight for black lives. Fight for gay rights. Fight for trans people. Fight for old people. Fight for young people. Fight for the kids. Fight for our teachers. Fight for our existence. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Talia Keys, Milan Atkinson on the cameras, the lights, and the sound. It's Mini Vegas on social distance editing. And you on hanging out. So much love. We'll see you at the next show. Thanks again, everyone. Go get Fool's Gold. Go look it up. Appreciate it. Fight with love. Stand up. Fight with love. Stand up. Fight